kind of see how it flows.
Okay.
All right. So, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Crate Talk. Adam.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lainey.
And Lainey's one of our new hosts for the rebirth of our episode of our show that's only been on for a month anyway.
Crate Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So this is going to be our daily show where we're going to talk about news articles that have come out in the past couple of days or weeks or what have you. We're playing catch up here because we're just kind of coming back into the frame of things. So I don't want to see what we got. We're going to go into, not that long ago, Bryan Singer was talking about his 20th Century Fox mutant universe and the possibility of including their female Wolverine as the article calls it. Although, I mean, correctly, her name is X-23. So, yeah, X-23, maybe. Originally, she was a clone, I believe,
Yes.
of Logan. And she kind of she's been bouncing around since 2004. And recently took over Wolverine's mantle as they killed him in the comics not so long ago. And other crazy stuff. Too many things happening in the comics, I don't know.
And she's a part of the X-Force now.
X-Force.
And so Bryan Singer pitched to Fox for a possible movie. We don't know if Wolverine will die off in this movie or how that whole thing will transpire, but I was reading in the comments, because I love to read comments and articles, and a lot of people were saying that they don't want Wolverine to die, and that they don't want her to take the name of Wolverine. That's not right, because Wolverine is like this character that, you know, he's iconic, and that she should stay named X-23 or Laura Kinney, but that she should not be named Wolverine. And I kind of agree with this because, you know, Wolverine, he's just like, who can take his place? I mean, yes, she's a clone, but I think the name X-23 is really cool. And I think it's, yeah, X-23, you know, like, and it's like X-Men, X-Force, X-23.
Well, what I'm really excited about is that I 85% disagree with you.
Oh, come on!
I 85% disagree with you. Let me. All right, so I agree that you know, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine can't just be replaced. You know, he's not like all the other characters that apparently have been replaced. But you know, he can't be replaced, and I do like the name X-23. That being said, and we're going to talk about the universe that they created over there. If you remember, in the universe, Wolverine is on like his dog tag or some shit like that. So it's like a code name that's given to him.
Right.
So his name isn't Wolverine. Now, if it was that like his name is Wolverine, you know, like the problem that I have with Thor, but we'll get into that later, is, you know, like his name isn't Wolverine. So the moniker could get passed to somebody else. I feel better about that if it was something where him and her were in the same film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if she was introduced in a movie that had him in it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like they meet each other and it's like, oh my God, what the hell? Or even, you know what, or even maybe like like he leaves, he quits, or he dies. I guess that'd be kind of hard to make him die now the way they built him up. But he leaves the movies, and in the very next movie,
Hangs up his claws.
yeah, and then the very next movie, they stumble upon this berserker out there, you know, running amok and killing folks and fucking things up.
Yeah.
And they like, Wolverine's back because, you know, it's claws, but it's not 3 claws, it's 2 claws. I don't understand. This drives them crazy. And they go trying to find if this is Wolverine, if he's returned, or who's trying to, you know, make them think Wolverine is doing these terrible things. And they come upon her, you know, and she's like, you know, to send it back to the Buffy days. She's like, you know, one of the Slayers that was made, who just kind of went crazy, and she's just kind of there with her claws out, like blood everywhere, and she's been slaughtering people. You know, they're like, oh my God. You know, and then the next movie she's in, then, you know, we start talking about she's this X-23, and like, we can't call her X-23. That's not a name. We can't call her that. You know, we gotta give her a name. We gotta give her a name, a strong name, and then maybe she decides. Maybe she calls herself, you know, Wolverine because like she sees a dog tag or she hears stories about this guy, and it's like, you know, she wants to, or she learns that she's a clone of this guy, and it's like, well, I want to like her dad.
Okay.
Like, I want to have my dad's name. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, like, so she comes into the name.
Yeah,
like,
she comes.
She wouldn't originally be like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like she'll come into it.
Yeah, and kind of earn it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, and like I think that there's an opportunity because I think the Wolverine movie is filming now, and with that, you know, pitch that was going on, maybe like at the end of the movie we'll see something like if because I think this is Hugh Jackman's last movie. I think he.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. So maybe in the outro of the film, that there'll be an opportunity to see her or see that inception.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see who would play Laura Kinney X-23.
That's gonna be the big thing, right?
That,
it's like the casting in that is crucial. It's like I don't even know off the top of my head right now. I can't think of anybody.
I saw online there was a suggestion of River Tam from Firefly. River Tam.
Yeah.
Cause the last sequence of Firefly when she's like doing the battle. And
but like that was so long ago.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, no knock against her.
Yeah.
It's like the last thing I saw her in was she was in Arrow like last year or 2 years ago. She was on Arrow.
Okay.
And I guess like, you know, she's not terrible, but nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not for me. For me, she doesn't do it for me for that character. I don't know who does though, so I can't offer a counter.
I wish Jessica Jones had not. Well, I mean, I could see her doing it, Kristen Ritter, but she's Jessica Jones, so that's probably not gonna happen.
I'm so angry at Jessica Jones.
No. Why?
I'm so angry at Jessica Jones. We'll go into that.
Okay.
We'll go into that. We'll save that for the big show.
Oh,
one of the big shows. I can't. So who do you think? Who do you think would be a good X-23? Who do you think? You know, write it down in the comment sections below. Let us know who your vote would be if you were up in there with Bryan Singer and casting offices at Fox and you wanted to submit somebody for the role. Who would that be for you?
Who could take up the Wolverine mantle from Hugh Jackman?
Who could do it?
Wolverine.
Wolverine. All right. Awesome. Moving on. What's next?
Okay.
You want to talk about it?
It's okay. So at Cinelander was on set of the new Dark Tower film, and they took a picture of Idris Elba as
Roland
in Dark Tower. So like the first images have come out, and he looks really cool. He's got his like belt thing.
Yeah.
You know, that belt, and
let's read this
with the gun in it, and the waist belt, and what did he say?
That's the best description ever.
Idris Elba rodando la Torre Oscura. So he's filming the Dark Tower right now. I think this is going to be an exciting film. We have Idris Elba searching for the Dark Tower as a cowboy, and his nemesis will be Matthew McConaughey as the Man in Black, set in a parallel universe.
Love us McConaughey. Love us some of that. So yes, Dark Tower. Let me read this for you. Brief description. Dark Tower is a story of Roland, Midworld's last gunslinger, who is traveling southeast across Midworld's post-apocalyptic landscape, searching for the powerful but elusive magical edifice known as the Dark Tower, located in the Fey region of Endworld amid the sea of singing red roses. Dark Tower is the nexus point of the time-space continuum. It is the heart of all worlds, but it is also under threat. Someone or something is using evil technology of the great old ones to destroy it.
Whoa.
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm in. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I like it.
You got me with the netherworlds.
Yeah. It's
and the magic edifice.
Magic edifice.
A magic edifice. That
tower.
sounds fantastic.
Clearly, neither one of us has read this book, but that's okay because I want to offer the possibility that most people haven't read this book. So we represent, in this case, the people who are fans of the genre.
Yeah.
That know nothing going in.
Sci-fi space cowboys.
But are excited about the possibilities of what this could be. And Idris is amazing, and he's totally due to star in something like this.
He's fantastic, and so by taking this role, he's not available for James Bond anymore. But I think this role is even better because he's going to make this role from nothing. Like the James Bond franchise that already existed, there's like it's already a type of character, but he is creating this from nothing, and this has the opportunity to be like a tentpole franchise type of film. And I can't wait to see him in his chaps and the gun. And well, actually, we have that photo now from Twitter of him filming on set.
Yeah, I'll put it up. It'll be like right here. I'll throw it in the cut. You'll see it.
And then he also even when the news was announced that he was cast, he actually sent a tweet, or his publicist sent a tweet to Matthew McConaughey saying, "You have a new follower." So it's like big, exciting for the fans. And I just love Stephen King and the darkness he brings, and just his weird sense of storytelling. But he is so cinematic with his stories, and I think that this is going to be great to see him like in the big screen, Stephen King up there.
Yeah, I think it's time to kind of see his voice brought to this kind of with this much attention on this kind of stage for this genre, you know, because I think this is something we've been kind of waiting for since Cowboys versus Aliens. We've been waiting for something like this that is hardcore, from Stephen King, with this cast and with this story and with all these different kind of things going on. I think it has the potential to bring a nice breath of freshness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Into a fairly underrepresented place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we're getting a lot of stuff right now. We're not getting a lot of science fiction right now.
Exactly. And I think with his voice, we know that it's going to be something good. And then with the casting choice of Idris, I think that's like, man, they're just taking some really awesome risks, and I got to commend them for that. And that's exciting. And then Matthew McConaughey to play this character, he's an interesting character on his own, and so it'll be cool to see him take on this villain role, and to see those two opposite together. Gosh, I can't wait till this comes out.
Well, also plus with the two of them, you have a situation where with Idris especially, you have somebody who is beloved by a lot of people, and who is a nice sized personality, but is also a character performer. It's not like, no knock to Will Smith, but when you put Will Smith on camera, it doesn't matter what movie it is. It's Mike Lowry. It's the same character. He is like a slight deviation of the exact same personality in every movie he's in. Whereas Idris, you go from Thor to Luther to The Wire to The Losers. You know what I mean? You hit these different beats, so he's gonna create something kind of fresh, but still within who he is with this. And then the same thing with McConaughey. I mean, he can't drop the accent that he has in his McConaughey swagger.
Say it. Say it.
All right. He can't lose that. But that's fine, because he still brings a different level of emotionality. I heard that somewhere. A different level of emotionality to the roles. If you go from like old school Dazed and Confused to Mud to We Are Marshall to Lincoln Lawyer, and these different roles, he's also hitting these different beats, and I'm excited to see what two actors like that will bring to the screen in this kind of universe and this kind of story. I don't know, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I think I'm excited about the cowboy element too. In a parallel universe. I'm a sucker for cowboy hats and the gun totings, and them racing to the Dark Tower. And then the other cool characters that are going to come along. I think they're shooting in Spain right now.
Nice.
Is where it came from.
Nice.
Or it might have been. Well, I'm assuming it's Spain because the tweet was in Spanish. But I also heard something. I also heard something about South Africa. So they're possibly doing multiple locations, and
let me. Because I've been trying to think, since you talked about cowboy flicks, when was the last good, like, really good cowboy movie?
Cowboy movie.
I mean, there's a couple of them getting ready to come out, but like at the moment right now, up till right now, what was the last really good one that you can think of?
Oh, like when I was a little girl, like Pure Country.
Yeah, like I can't.
So
think
nobody
of any,
knows what that is.
Like, yeah, like I can't think of any like in the modern cinema. I can't think of any.
Well, Brokeback Mountain.
But even
it's not like a feel good fun movie. It's
but even that though, that was a nice minute ago.
Yeah, that was long. Yeah, we need something like for the 2010s.
Yeah, so there we go. Idris.
Love you. I loved you since Daddy's Little Girls from Tyler Perry, and I can't wait to see you now. You're gonna knock it out of the park.
Knock it out of the park.
I'll be first in line.
All right, here we go. What's next? What do we got?
Okay.
One more. We can do one more.
Okay, one more. So next we have new crafts and new vehicular crafts or spacecrafts, aircrafts revealed from the new Rogue1. There's a visual story book that is coming out in January of 2017. It's a visual art story book, and it's 160 pages.
Nice.
And it reveals a lot of the artwork and characters and crafts and pictures from the Rogue1 movie that's coming out in December. And so two of the crafts that we find are the TIE Striker and the Rebel Starfighter, and they're all aircrafts. We also got a couple of new characters that were revealed, and there were a lot of I saw a lot of, like, spiritual warrior, soldier. So it's like very appropriate because we know that there's a war going on, and that we're gonna get into the middle of it because it is, of course, Rogue1, where it's the Rebel Alliance is trying to steal the plans for the Death Star. Mm-hmm. And so we learned also that I guess I learned that Mads Mikkelsen is playing Felicity. What is her name? Felicity Jones's dad.
Oh,
so
really? Is that what he is?
Yeah, he's
okay.
Well, it's suspected.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a new evil guy who I didn't know too much about, but it's director Krennic. He's Australian actor Ben Mendelsohn.
Yes.
And of course, when I'm assuming who the leading man is, Diego Luna from Y Tu Mama Tambien fame is going to be in the film, and his character looked very dashing in the trailer. And then there's a new droid, K250, played by the awesome Alan Tudyk. Is it Tudyk or Tudyk? He's from Suburgatory and, of course, Firefly. And he's kind of just like the most awesome character actor, so I can't wait to hear his voice or see if he's
gonna be. I'm looking forward to that because that's gonna be fun. Because the thing, like, because the droids are tricky, right? Because it's like, if you look at like BB-8, like BB-8 was a situation where they were kind of panicked over there because they needed to make a design that people would connect to, and it's like that's important, especially because it's like any droid is gonna get compared to R2D2. Any droid is gonna get compared to R2D2 and C3PO because we've known them for 30 years.
Yeah.
So and then BB-8 just kind of came and just hit the right notes and knocked it out the park. Whereas on the other side of that, what is that droid's name? Scott, are you in distance? Are you in the room? What is that?
What does it look like?
Rebels. You been watching Rebels?
No.
What is the droid on Rebels? Droid on Rebels.
I'm sure you all know. Probably
top of my
yelling at the screen right now.
At me.
How dare us?
Jordan, I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't. He's falling. See, that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. It's like he is that.
Right.
It took a long time. It took a long time. I mean, people are starting to kind of connect to. Fuck, is that droid's name? Be bothering me till we finish taping the show.
I don't know the droid.
But you know, people are starting to connect to that droid. But it took a while because they were like, well, he kind of looks like R2, but he's not R2, and he's kind of an ass, and he's funny, but.
So Alan Tudyk, you know what? If yes. So I haven't seen the artwork because the few articles that I saw online about the new characters, they actually had a message in them that said, by request of Disney, these images have been taken down. And there were a couple of articles that did that, and actually one of the articles altogether was taken down. So I haven't seen the images, but I would think if Alan Tudyk is playing a droid, I feel like maybe he would be more comparable to a C-3PO if they know what they're doing, because he is just an amazing character actor, and I feel like he would bring comedy and just character to that droid. So I'm hoping that he's like a walking droid, like C-3PO. Did you find the name?
Fucking Chopper.
Chopper.
Chopper's. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go
Chopper
ahead.
is from Rebels?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No. Chopper. Hey, I learned something new every day too.
Yeah. Well, see, that's gonna be the thing too. Is like with Alan. See, the problem is with the Star Wars situation. Is it like the reason that Daisy Ridley works is because no one knew who she was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The reason why John Boyega works is like, unless you've seen Attack the Block and one or two other little kind of in the corner things, no one knew who John Boyega was.
That's true.
And like, unless you watched Girls or something like that, no one knew who Adam Driver was. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one knew who these people were. So it was easy to kind of look at them and not, you know, lose them in the Star Wars universe. Like in the original cast, no one knew who Harrison Ford was, no one knew who Carrie Fisher was, no one knew who Mark Hamill was.
Yeah.
So it was easy. And, you know, I look at the Rogue One cast, yeah, other than like, you know, a couple little things right here, the main audience, the core commercial audience, I guess you could say, won't recognize any of these people. You know, it's like, I know who Diego Luna is.
Yeah,
I never saw any of his films though. I know. I've never seen Ichimama I've never seen any of these movies that he's in.
Which is awesome.
So I get to look at him. So for me, it's like Rogue One will be the first time I've ever really watched Diego Luna. So I'll be able to just kind of know him as that character. And I'm not really a huge Felicity Jones fan outside of her most of her work.
You don't like Theory of Everything?
Huh?
Did you see Theory of Everything? Did you?
Yeah. It didn't really hold me.
Yeah.
No. So I mean, so same thing with her. I'll be able to just kind of like see her as who she is in this movie. But with Alan Tudyk, especially people like us, you know, it's like we know who this dude is. You know, we've been following him for like 10 years.
Yes, he's awesome.
So they need to lose him. You know, he needs to be able to he needs to have his performance, his skills show through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, not show through. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be distracting. Like, we didn't know that was James Bond playing a stormtrooper. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
yes.
like unless you knew, you didn't know that was Simon Pegg playing the shop guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's like if you knew, if he didn't have all that makeup on, and it was obviously that Simon Pegg, then it's like that would be distracting in that universe. So with Alan Tudyk, he needs to be able to do his Alan Tudyk performance. But we can't look at that droid and just say, "Oh, that's Alan Tudyk right there." Okay. You know what I mean?
He needs to lose himself in the character. Like, it needs to be a character-driven performance. Like, he needs to get lost in that character.
And they need to lose him with like additions of makeup and wardrobe and things like that. They need to be able to kind of disguise who he is without hampering him. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So so that visual storyboard, that storybook, is out January 2017, and it's 160 pages, and it comes out right after Rogue One. That trailer looks so cool.
Yeah,
I have to say, and like, I'm excited that they added all those new warriors and soldiers.
Well, and I like that it looks like a war movie.
It does, right? And the fact that they added these new characters, or that they're talking about like that, I'm like, yes, yeah, but it's like Cool War. It's like space war, like sci-fi, like sleek war.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. Hey, that's a good title.
I know.
Wow,
I haven't thought about that.
They should trademark that.
Oh man, I wonder if we can get any rights, any money on that. No. But so yeah, so what do we got? We got Idris. It's a cowboy. I'm with that. I like it.
We have.
What was the
X-23.
So
Laura Kinney. The female Wolverine who will pick up the mantle from Logan.
Indeed, and let us know who you think would be good for that.
Yeah,
I'm really curious.
I
I can't think of anybody right now, so I'm really curious about that. And then new information, which I'm sure the Rogue One information. It's only May. It's the end of May right now. We still got about 7 months to go, so this is just the beginning of it. Get ready. In the next 2-3 months, we're gonna start getting hit. So it's all very exciting. There's also a lot of episode 8 rumors and news dropping that I've been avoiding because I don't want to know any of that stuff. So you're not going to hear any of it here ever. So
or that John Boyega has a love interest in that one. Oh no, I think it's this one. No, that one.
In that one.
In episode 8.
That one.
That one will be good.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So once again, Madam.
And I'm Lainey.
This is Trade Talk. See you guys later. Don't forget, click like, subscribe, leave some comments, leave some thoughts, suggestions. If you have a question for us, hit us with it. And see you next time. Bye-bye.